Hello, this is MTG Sly Guy with another Magic the Gathering deck tech. Today I'm going to bring you quickly a casual deck that I've been working on. It is a Sultai build. It's mainly a mono green build, but it splashes blue and black for win conditions. And the combo, in essence, it's a combo deck that runs off of Devotion, but I'll explain more of that later. Starting off with the mana base, of course for Devotion, 4 Nykthos. After that we have 4 Temple of Mystery. It's the blue-green Scryland, enters tapped, you get to scry 1. 2 Temple of Malady, it's the green-black Scryland. 2 Yavimaya Coast, it's the blue-green Painland. You can tap it for 1 colorless, or you can tap it for a green or a blue specifically, but if you do that, you lose a life. And after that we have, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 basic forests. Sorry, probably should have counted that out beforehand. Alright, so that's it for the mana base. Just moving on to the creatures. 4 Elvish Mystic, just your basic mana dork. Play it for 1, tap it to add a forest, so there are 4 of. Then your ramp card, this is also part of the combo. Voyaging Satyr, tap it to untap target land for 2 mana, 1 colorless and 1 green, so 1, 2. After that we have Sylvan Caryatid. For 1 colorless, 1 green, it's a 0/3 hexproof defender. Tap it to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. This is just a casual deck, so I do have proxies. It's pretty bad when having 9 Caryatids isn't enough, but yeah, so I have my 1 real, 1 that I have left, and then I have my 3 proxies, 3 Caryatids. And then after that we have Basara Tower Archers, which might seem like an odd pick, but I mean for 2 1 reach and hexproof, it's pretty decent as a 2-drop, and of course the double devotion to green is just really good. I thought about Swordwise Centaur, but I thought having the protection from flyers was more significant, and having a hexproof creature is pretty nice too. So it is a 4 of. Next for the 3 slot we have 3 Boon Satyrs. It's for 1 colorless and 2 red, or sorry, 2 green. It's a 4/2 with flash and the bestow ability. Bestow creature has +4/+2. So it is a 3 of, and it's just Boon Satyr is really good on a Basara Tower Archer. It's just nice. It's nice to have 6 power reach and hexproof. Next up we have 3 Courser of Kruphix. Same mana cost, 1 colorless, 2 green. It's a 2/4, play with the top card revealed. Everybody knows what this does. If its top card is a land, you can play it. If you play a land, gain a life. Everybody loves a Kruphix. So 3 of. Next up for 4 drops, Polukranos, 2 colorless, 2 green. It's a 5/5 for 4, which is always nice, and it has the monstrosity ability with X in its mana cost, so it is really nice to combo out into. I'll get to the combo in a moment, and you'll see why his monstrosity can be really sweet. Basically turns him into an instant win condition with the combo. Next up, Arbor Colossus for 2 colorless and 3 greens, is 6/6 with reach. Has a monstrosity for 6 where he gets 3 counters, and you get to destroy a creature with flying, so more flyer hate. And good for devotion, triple devotion. So he's a 3 of. And finally for creatures, we have 2 Genesis Hydra. I would probably run more of these, but I only have 2 because it has X in its mana cost, and it's just really sweet for the combo. Whenever you cast him, reveal the top X cards, so whatever you spent to cast him, he gets that many counters when he enters, and for the number of counters, you get to look at the top that many cards, and we put a non-land permanent with converted mana cost X or less from among them onto the battlefield, and then shuffle the rest into your library. A lot of people, when they think of Genesis Hydra, they don't realize that it's actually non-land. It's not just creatures, so you can actually put planeswalkers, enchantments, artifacts, anything. It doesn't matter. So he's actually a pretty sweet card. I don't run any walkers in this deck simply because it's just a casual deck, and it's a combo deck. So, but in certain cases, Genesis Hydra can be pretty sweet. It's not that bad to Genesis Hydra into, you know, Elspeth or Anissa. And then finally, our non-creature spells. Let me just put the Bell Strikes off to the side for now because they are part of the combo that I want to explain, but there are 4 in the deck. Other than that, I have 2 Aqueous Forms, so for 1 blue enchant creature, it can't be blocked, and whenever it attacks, you scry 1. So, you know, I ramp up into a big meanie or something, I can make it unblockable. And then Villainous Wealth, for 1 black, 1 green, 1 blue, and X, you exile the top X cards of target opponent's library, and you may cast any number of non-land cards with converted mana cost X or less from among them without paying their mana cost. I mean, so even if I'm just like ramping up normally using my devotion, this is a pretty sweet and pretty fun card. But if I'm able to combo out, it's an instant win condition because I just mill my opponent and pass the turn, and then they lose due to milling. Deck them. So yeah, I can just mill my opponent if I have that in my hand, and I am able to combo out. But let me just explain the combo. Basically, the combo is using Nykthos and Voyaging Satyr and the Singing Bell Strike. As long as I have a devotion of 9, which may seem like a lot, but if you're not facing a lot of removal, it's actually not that hard to get it out with all the double and triple devotion cards that I have in this deck. So with a devotion of 9, what you do is you activate your Nykthos, you get your devotion, you tap your Satyr to untap your Nykthos, and then assuming you have a blue, because I have blue mana sources in the deck with Caryatids and blue lands, what you do is you cast your Bell Strike on your Voyaging Satyr, then you pay 6 mana, which you should have saved up from your double Nykthos, so you tap your Nykthos again, you add, whatever, 9 mana to your mana pool. You spend 6 of it to untap your Satyr, and then you spend the 2 remaining. You tap your Satyr again, spend the 2 remaining to untap your Nykthos, tap your Satyr to untap your Nykthos, and then you spend the 2 remaining you have 3 left in your mana pool. You spend 2 of the 3, tap your Nykthos again, adding 9, so you have 10 mana in your mana pool because you still have 1 left over from your last cycle through. So you have 10, spend 6, untap your Satyr, tap your Satyr, untap your Nykthos, spend 2 of the 4 remaining, activate your Nykthos, add 9 more. So every time you do this cycle, you'll be adding 1 mana to your mana pool. And if you have 10 devotion, every time you do the cycle, you'll be adding 2 mana to your mana pool, and so on and so forth. So it's just basically an infinite cycle where you're just cycling out and you're just getting an infinite number of mana. And then you play out into one of your X creatures like your Genesis Hydra, or one of your X monstrosities like Polukranos, so I instantly wipe your board and just attack in with a 1,000,000 Polukranos. It's pretty fun, and you can also mill your opponent with the Villainous Wealth, as I mentioned. So it's just an interesting combo that I discovered when Cons came out, and I saw this untappability on Singing Bell Strike, and I thought, Singing Bell Strike obviously is a good way to stop your opponent early, but honestly, if you draw this in this deck, you want to hold on to it and try to hold out for the combo, because why not, right? It's the point of the deck, and it's super fun. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this quick video. I just wanted to show everybody this casual deck that I made for fun, and hopefully you can come up with your own variations of this combo and start doing some pretty sweet, crazy things with the amount of mana you make. Thank you very much, and as always, feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe, anything you want. Take care.